awake.
The game really tries to push Yukari on you early on, doesn't it?
How do you feel? Thank goodness you finally came to.
Yes. Don't respond to the question that I posed.
How much sleep do you need? It's been a whole week. I was so worried about you.
Really?
You saved my life, you know? So I couldn't just leave you here. The doctor couldn't find anything wrong with you. He said you were just exhausted. But you kept sleeping and sleeping. You know how worried I was?
No. But you seem to be implying that you were very worried even though we don't really know each other.
We'll explain everything later. I'm sorry I didn't tell you before. I wanted to tell you that I'm sort of like you.
I'm not a girl.
My dad died in an accident when I was little.
Yes, because we now full-on confirmed that parents are definitely dead.
My mom and I aren't exactly on good terms. You're all alone too, right? To be honest, I already know about your past. But it didn't seem fair, so I wanted you to know about mine.
It's still not fair because you were watching me sleep. And no, I don't want to watch you sleep. Because that's just creepy.
It was back in '99. There was a big explosion in the area. Supposedly, my dad died in the blast, but nobody really knows what happened. He was working in a lab run by the Kirijo group. So, I'm hoping that if I stick around long enough, I'll find out something. That's why I'm going to Gekkokan High, and why I was there when this happened to you.
I am being really passive-aggressive.
Bye!
Like, overly so. I do like this game. I swear, I like this game. Yes, getting the answer right for someone else improves charm. So, we started this on the 7th of April. It's now the 18th. Yes, it's very useful to be able to move the camera. So yeah, it's been like 11 in-universe days. And we've had one combat encounter.
Ah, there you are. I'm glad that you're okay. The reason I asked you here is because I needed to talk to you. Please, have a seat.
Sure, can I take it back to my room?
Oh, before that, I believe I mentioned him earlier, but this is Akihiko. How you doing?
We would know that if we had asked him about who lives in the dorm. But of course we didn't.
Okay, let me start off by asking you this. Would you believe me if I said that a day consists of more than 24 hours?
Then I would say that you're a liar because it doesn't even consist of 24 hours. Yes, how's that for messed up? That's why we have things like leap years and things. Because it's roughly 24 hours. I think it is like, it's slightly over.
It occurs each night, as the clock strikes 12. It'll happen tonight and every night to come.
Normal people don't realize it, since they're all sleeping inside their coffins.
Like, if we knew that this was a localized phenomenon, if this was only happening relatively to this area, I've already forgotten what it's called, then we could excuse this as paranormal activity due to stuff that we don't know about yet.
But that's not what makes the Dark Hour so interesting.
But no, the game tries to imply that the Dark Hour exists throughout time, space, and the entire known universe. There's some leaps in logic there. And yes, he does have a beta on his jacket, or vest, I should say.
You saw those creatures.
Lowercase.
We call them shadows. They only appear during the Dark Hour and attack anyone not in a coffin. It's our job to defeat them. Sounds exciting, huh?
Sounds like everyone's a little into the macabre. But okay.
Long story short, we're the Specialized Extracurricular Execution Squad, C's for short.
I swear there must be a translation thing with that. Like, the name makes absolutely no sense. And why do you have the word execution in it?
On paper, we're classified as a school club, but in reality, this group is dedicated to defeating the shadows. Mitsuru is the leader. I'm the club advisor. Although rare, there are those who can function during the dark hour. Some may even awaken to a power that enables them to fight the shadows. That's Persona, the power you used the other night. The shadows can only be defeated by Persona users. Which means it's all up to you guys.
What he's trying to say is, we want you to join us.
And here we go with the first social link. Odd thing with the design there, that weird rectangle is supposed to represent a cliff. So, the fool is about to make a step off it. It's part of the normal iconography on the card, is that the fool is usually being chased by or followed by a dog, and he's coming towards a cliff or something similar. Exploding clock.
Hi, how are you? I'm always with you.
We'll find out what he means by that later.
Soon, the end will come. I remembered, so I thought I should tell you. The end of everything. But to be honest, I don't really know what it is. Oh, looks like you've awakened to your power. And an unusual power it is. A power that takes many forms, yet is bound by none. It may prove to be your salvation, depending on where you end up. Do you remember when we first met? I expect you to honor your commitment. I'll be watching you, even if you forget about me. Okay then. See you later.
A boy in striped pajamas.
Okay, he's here now. So, what's this all about?
There's someone I want to introduce. Hey, hurry up.
Hold your horses. This is freaking heavy.
Junpei? Why is he here?
Does his backpack have a unicorn with a rainbow on it?
Wait, don't tell me.
This is Junpei Iori from Class 2F. He'll be staying here as of today.
What's up?
He's staying here? You've got to be kidding me.
I bumped into him the other night. He has the potential, but he just awakened to it recently. I told him about us, and he agreed to help.
You have the potential? For real?
Sorry, do we have prerequisites to who can or will or won't have potential? Like, where is the basis for that accusation?
Well, enough with the introductions. I think we're about ready.
We're gonna go do something?
Yes, we're gonna go paint the town red. What do you think?
Sweetness.
With this many people, we can start exploring that place.
You mean Tartarus?
Tartarus? What's that? Sounds like toothpaste.
We believe we can find the reason for the dark hour there.
I hope so.
If I remember correctly, Tartarus is like the Greek hell or something. I know I'm going to be putting in editing like the notations for when I say stupid crap, but
The chairman will give us the details tomorrow night, so be ready.
Thought I was gonna fall asleep in there.
I have actually fallen asleep in class once.
Can I have a minute?
The continuation of that is, because I ended up falling asleep, they decided to send me to see the counsellor. Because they thought, oh, maybe there's something wrong. No, I just had trouble getting to sleep. Then the cold air blowing on me and everything just compiled into this, I can't take it anymore, and just fell asleep on my desk.
Come to the lounge when you get back to the dorm. I have something to tell everyone.
Oh, are we having that talk?
Yeah, when you fall asleep and start snoring, people notice.
I'll save the details for later. See you there.
Wow, she didn't waste any time leaving.
She's probably busy with things like student council, unlike us.
Envious much?
Ooh, Yucatan. Do I sense some hostility?
it's not that I don't like her. She's
Just popular?
Starting tonight at 12 a.m., I'd like to commence the exploration of Tartarus.
Sorry, I asked this yesterday, but what's this Tartarus thing again?
You haven't seen it, Junpei?
It's no surprise, since it only appears during the dark hour.
The Dark Hour?
Just like the shadows. Interesting, huh? And it's the perfect place for us to train.
Choo choo! God, my brain.
You can think of it as a shadow nest.
Since Akihiko hasn't fully recovered yet, he'll only come as far as the entrance.
Yeah, I know.
I'll stay here. As you know, I can't summon a persona.
You know, there's another thing that they don't explain. Like, how a person is able or unable to summon a persona. Considering that some of the party members that we get later, that just becomes all the more confusing.
This is it? This is the place? Why here?
Just wait a few minutes.
We find out later why.
It's almost midnight.
You know, there was a lot of that later going on. Green filter.